I'm so sorry, puppy. I've heard you've not been feeling too good. Your tummy's definitely not treating you very nice, right? Don't worry, you don't need to get into details, and I know it might be something uncomfortable for you to talk about, and that's okay. You don't have to do anything in order to appease me or something like that. I just wanted to spoil you a little bit for the time when you're feeling down. Probably emotionally down too. Since when you feel physically down, it's easy to get emotionally overwhelmed and sad. So, puppy, it's okay. Oops, I didn't mean to knock that over. But the point is still the same. I love you, puppy, and I want you to be able to truly love yourself too. To love who you are and, well, I guess in a roundabout way, what I'm saying is, I know this is probably the hardest time for you, the most difficult one in forever, because I know that when you feel nasty, when you feel sad, it's literally the worst time. Please, it's okay, but if it's not too much, could I rub your tummy and maybe hum to you a little? I hope it can make you feel better. Oh, sorry. Maybe I got a little carried away there. Have you been making sure to stay hydrated? I know it's not my place to talk about this, but I want you to know, even when you're feeling nasty, feeling at your worst, you don't feel your best, and I want you to know, puppy, that you're attractive and beautiful and so many other things and the coolest person I know. I don't want you to be mean to yourself when you're already feeling down, because I know how easy that is to do. I know firsthand because I do that too sometimes. I may not always understand everything you go through, doll, but even if sometimes I lose myself in the moment and sometimes I don't know what to say, I want you to know, doll, that it's okay. You don't have to be anything but the wonderful person I've always known. I want you to be happy and safe, and I know when you're feeling bad, sometimes you might just need someone to kiss you and tell you it's gonna be okay. I know it's painful, and I know it feels like crap, but don't worry. You're not alone, baby, and you'll never be alone. Here's some tummy rubs for you again. I love you, and I want to be there for you, and I'll hold you in my arms as tight as I can, and make you feel beautiful again. I know sometimes it's the little things that make us all kinds of disheveled and distraught, but I won't let that stop me. I'll never let it stop me, honey. You're my honey, and you deserve everything good in the world, and sometimes the world just, it makes you feel like garbage, whether physically or emotionally, but right now, I can tell it's just terrible. You feel like it's the end of the world, and it's sad because it lasts so long for you. Sometimes, I mean, it's something I just want you to feel happy and safe. I want you to know that it's going to be okay. That there's nothing that I wouldn't do for you. I'll make today special, and more special than all the rest, because we can do something fun and easy, like cuddling in bed and hugging a plushie, or maybe ordering your favorite food. I don't want you to, well, emotionally eat and regret it later, but I do want you to be able to eat something nice and treat yourself nice, because sometimes it's the difference between a good day and a bad day. And I want us to have so many good days, because I know how many bad days you've had. And I know that sometimes crummy feelings like this, they can spiral out of control and become something you never intended them to be. They can sometimes even ruin your whole day, and I love you so much. I want you to be okay. Oh, I know you'll be fine. It's just, I don't want you to try too hard to be okay, that you put yourself in a situation where you're stressed out, and I'll take on the burdens. I'll spoil you from breakfast in bed to cuddles all night. You can depend on me. I'll be your fearless knight to take care of you when you're feeling sick, when you're feeling down, when you're feeling disheveled. Don't worry. I know sometimes it might even lead to things like feeling, well, I don't know the word for it, but like your body betrays you. Like you feel alone because you don't feel good in how your body is, and you probably get really annoyed at it, and it's gonna be okay. Don't worry. Even if you feel like things aren't right now, it's never gonna be too much that you'll have to give up. Because I'll walk you through everything, all the stages of things that we'll fight to do and change, and I want you to know you can become the person you've always wanted to, and I'm rambling. Sorry, I just got so into the moment. I got excited, and I wanted to distract you from what might be the nasty feeling and the pain. It's right there, isn't it? Like in your tummy, and it doesn't feel nice at all. I'm sorry. I wish I could take it away, but I'll do the next best thing. Being your knight, who makes the day that much easier and nicer. I'll be there to take away all of the bad things. Make them better and, of course, less painful and less bad. Because I know deep down you don't want to experience this. And I know sometimes it might even be something that people would say it's not a big deal, but if it's a big deal to you, that's everything to me. I want you to know it's gonna be okay, and these tummy rubs will always keep coming. You can bet. I'll make you feel better in no time. And even right now, when you're feeling like crud, it's gonna be okay. You don't have to worry about a thing, baby. I'll never let things go bad. And that's a promise on everything I am. Even if they're kind of bad right now, but it's gonna be okay. See? If we put our foreheads together like this, if we just breathe, it's okay. Just sometimes you gotta take that time to breathe and let yourself relax, you know? Otherwise you'll get overwhelmed, and that's no fun. But don't worry, honey. You're never gonna be alone in your time of need ever again, because every single time you feel like it's gonna be too much, I'll be right here with you. And you don't have to worry, because I don't go anywhere else, because, well, given the current circumstances, I think everybody's more or less pinned down for the moment. But heroes persist. I want you to know that it's gonna be okay. No matter what you feel, no matter what pains you, I'll be your hero who saves you from that pain and gives you something to smile about, even when you didn't think you could find your smile. Because that's what heroes do. They give you something truly remarkable that you might not have found on your own. And they save you from those terrible feelings and thoughts. And that's why, right now, when you're feeling low, I'll give you something to smile about. Hey, no tickles. If you're going to do that, I'll attack with tickles too. You're tempting me. No, kiss attack. And I'll even kiss that tummy of yours. I don't know if you know this, but kisses filled with true love have magical power, and they'll take away some of the pain. Even if it's not all at once, over time they will. So I'll kiss your tummy a bunch of times. You're so cute, puppy. And, well, I'm just happy if I can spend my time with you and make it really worthwhile. But don't worry. We'll get through these tough times, and especially these double tough times where physically and emotionally things might be difficult, but you're not gonna deal with it alone, okay? I'll give you 1,000,000 kisses until you can't take it anymore. And then I'll give you even more and tell you that you're my everything. Because you really, truly are. I love you, baby. With everything I am. And I always will. Thank you. Thank you for being everything I could ever dream. All in one wonderful, beautiful, and perfect puppy. I love you, puppy. And it's gonna be okay. Hero's promise. No, hero's oath. That's even better than a promise. Come here. Now just breathe, okay? I love you, puppy.
Testing. Is this thing working? Oh, hey, it is. Hey there. That's my player 2. I missed the hell out of you, by the way. Well, today it's not usually my usual thing. This is just a pre-recorded statement that you happen to find in the right spot at the right time because I know that you need to hear this. Well, okay. So today's subject matter is, well, wait, what should I make it on? Wait, I didn't think this through. I just wanted to talk to you. And I know we've been pretty distant, and I wanted to make sure that there was time for us, but, well, if you're listening to this, something probably happened that got in the way with that, and then I'm gonna make it up tenfold when I get the chance to, and, well, what I'm trying to say, player 2, is I missed the hell out of you. I miss the hell out of you, and I want more time. More time and passion and all that crazy stuff called love. And I also want you to know that it's okay. Oh, well, you're probably wondering what's okay, right? Well, I want you to know more than anything else that you don't have to take bullying on the chin. I know this is probably out of nowhere, but I noticed someone being rude to you, and sometimes it seems like you're just too, you kind of let it happen, and I don't blame you because it's awkward and difficult and all that, but remember that you're a person too, and if you don't consider yourself a person, you should start doing it, because you really do deserve to be, and you are to me, and I know you're a great person. If you weren't, I wouldn't spend every waking moment talking about you, and talking to you, and talking to people about you, and all kinds of things like that. No, I keep my name, your name out of my mouth. Look, I'm not trying to be awkward here, but the point is I'm obsessed with you, shamelessly so. And some people don't get that it's okay to be obsessed with someone you love. And it's okay to want to spend every waking moment. That doesn't make you clingy. You know, some people think that clingy means like you just spend all the time with someone, but it's not. And I wanted to say that I never get tired of an extra moment with you. And I think the people that accuse others of being clingy probably don't understand love themselves, or maybe have a different identity of love. And I mean, there's no right or wrong way to do it, right? So might as well make your own path. And this probably isn't the best comfort for bullying, but I'm trying. It's not just bullying, it's all the stuff. It's like you gotta make sure that you don't put yourself down for the things you do. I know you're super harsh on yourself and super critical. Trust me, me too. When I fuck up in a game, oh God, I'll get so like messed up in the head and I'll go vroom vroom with the thoughts and it just goes on and I'll say, oh wow, I'm a piece of junk. But at the end of the day, I realize that's no way to do it. And you know, it's not healthy either. You don't have to view yourself as bad because you make a mistake. Mistakes are really important to make. And I know that you've probably heard this from a million different people, but that's exactly why I'm doing it in my own way. Because screw being conventional and screw being like everybody else. That's not who I am, and that's not who I'll ever be, and that's not who I want you to be either. I want you to be you. And I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings, but I love the person that you are, and I have a lot of respect for you, and I don't want you to just disappear or change or, I don't know, live a life that you're not happy with. Think about that. You want the best for me, and you saw past my scars and my problems. You comforted me when I was crying and sobbing my eyes out in the back alley of it was like a Applebee's or something. You've been there on my lowest of lows. Days when I couldn't even get up and do anything. You were still there telling me how worthwhile I am, so this is my attempt to give that back to you. If I'm worth something, then so are you. Even if I'm broken, even if there's nothing about me that's a redeeming quality, you saw something in me and you stuck with me through all of this. And I'm proud that you did, because it gives me just that little confidence in my mind that I'm actually a good person, that I actually have a good heart. Even if people don't understand me, or even if I don't understand myself, you see something in me, and I see something in you, damn it. And I'm sick of people or you or anyone else saying bad things about you. You gotta stop that, and you gotta not let them get to you, because at the end of the day, I know you're a good person. You gave me a chance. You saw past the scary, possibly dangerous, very dangerous, whatever you want to call it, dangerous guy I was. The villainous guy too. At least I thought I was a villain, and I went a little far with things, and you still accepted me. You know, a lot of people just shunned me. My entire life, I wanted to do one thing right, and I messed that up, and I didn't think I got a second chance until I found you. You gave me that second chance. You figured things out that I never could have on my own. You helped me to be a person instead of a monster. The monster that I convinced myself that I was. And I don't want you to convince yourself that you're some kind of monster either. And worse, I think you convince yourself you're a worm instead of a monster. At least monsters have fangs. Monsters can cause something to happen. But when you consider yourself a worm, what can you do? You just lock yourself in this predetermined idea of what you should be, and you don't accept what you already are. The beautiful person that I fell in love with, that I'm proud to be in love with, damn proud to be in love with. And if you don't appreciate that, then I'm gonna keep hammering it into your head until it works. Because I don't want you to disappear. And the way I see it, until you understand how good of a person you are and accept that you do good things too, and stop being so damn critical of yourself like I do sometimes, then it won't work out. And I want everything to work out between us. And trust me, honey, it can. I promise. It definitely can. I mean, it already has, but the point of all this is that I want you to be kinder to yourself. I don't want you to feel like this is all some stupid rehearsed thing that I did over the phone thinking about you. It's not rehearsed, though it is the other things, and I just left this message because I didn't want to leave you without this. And maybe I didn't have the courage to say it to your face, and I wanted it to be just as messy as me. Just as flawed as me. I didn't want it to be something that was so, like, every word fits. I wanted it to be messy. I wanted it to be unprofessional. I wanted it to be me. Me on a audio plate, so to speak, I guess. Whatever you want to say. But I want you to love yourself, and I want you to stop being so harsh to the point where you give yourself no credit at all. And I know you do sometimes. You don't have to say that you do it all the time. I know there's occasions when you'll be nice to yourself, but it's just too rare. You know? I guess what I'm trying to say is I accept you no matter how you are, but that's not to say I won't tell you when I think something you do is nasty to yourself, because you're so kind to other people, but you're never that kind to yourself. At least you have times when you're not. Remember that you're a beautiful, wonderful person, and you saw the good in me, and I can see that good in you. And if you don't believe me, I'll just keep proving it to you. I just haven't thought of how yet, but I'll think of it. I'm a master genius and a mastermind. Well, you know, I'm good at these kinds of things. Even if I have to show you a bunch of pro gamer moves and make you smile that way and show you that you can kick someone's ass in a video game or do something cool that you didn't know you could do or find a new hobby. I don't care what it is that I have to do to show you it. I'm gonna do it. You hear me? It's not gonna be some kind of rehearsed bullshit. It's gonna be me doing something with you. And that's why I recorded this, because I knew somehow, some way you were going to put yourself down when you least expect it, and this is going to be here to stare you down audibly, and, well, the point is, you're going to have to listen to this when you start being mean to yourself. Do you understand me? That's an order. It's because you need to hear how good you are, not bullshit things where I'm trying to say, oh, you can do no wrong, not that kind of bullshit. What I'm trying to say is you're amazing, even if you have your faults. I have my faults too. I mean, hell, I can't hold a controller with 5 fingers. If I accidentally do, guess what? Oh, boom, boom, the system. And that's why I use wireless ones, by the way. But that's getting off topic, and the point being is, I'm going to be there for you forever. It doesn't matter what happens, or what you do, or what anyone does. I'm going to be there to be the hero to you, even if I can't be a hero to everyone else. At least I can be a hero to the one person who truly made a difference in my life. You're my hero, and I figure it's my turn to give back to the hero I love so much. I love you with all my heart, and I wish there were other ways for me to say it too. But this recording right here, right now, is just for you. Just waiting for you whenever you need it. It's because I will be there for everything, and maybe this is all just clumsy and stuff like that, but I don't care, even if it is, because I tried my best. And I'm proud of that, for once. And as long as you try your best, you should be proud too. I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but don't be a dummy. Don't be a dumbass, okay? Don't put yourself down anymore. And we'll get through this together. I promise. And I don't make promises easy. Definitely not ones that I can't keep. And especially not ones of beating tournaments that I place second in. Look, the point is, we're gonna make it through this because you're gonna be able to find that balance of accepting how beautiful you are. Okay? Got it? No questions asked, no takebacks. Yep, that's all. You gotta take it now. Well, that's all I really thought of saying. Virtual headpats, because Oh, see, you can kind of hear them, I bet. Yep, there's the Headpats. Also a smooch. I had to. And I can't wait to see you when we see each other next. I'll miss you every second till we get to talk or touch or hug again. I can't wait. And I want you to know it, Player 2. There's no Player 2 that will ever be you. You understand me? You're the one of a kind in my life I always wanted. So thank you. And you better heed these words, damn it. Otherwise, I'll record a bunch more of these and I'll flood your inbox with them. Do you hear me? All right. I love you. And take care now. It won't be long before you hear from me again. Promise.
It's gonna be alright, honey. Don't you forget that. Just as sure as I'm Shota Aizawa, I know things are gonna get better. I know that you may think sometimes there's nothing that can help you in this world, and you might think that you're at the end of your line, you're at the end of your rope, and you don't know what's coming next, and I'm here to tell you life isn't always about those sugar canes, rainbows, and good times. You have plenty of bad times there, too. I know firsthand. And I've seen all that stuff you've gone through, right? These crazy days. I don't think anyone was prepared for what we face now. And you know what? Even if that's the case, there's a whole lot of things that we can do together to make things just a tad bit better. Don't you worry, kitty cat. Because you're definitely not alone, you know that. And sweetheart, don't think for a second I'll ever let you have to deal with all this alone. I mean, come on, what kind of man would I be if I couldn't be there in those crucial moments, if I couldn't be there for you and make you smile? Then what am I doing with myself? If I'm honest, I couldn't think of a single thing I want more than to make you feel at home, feel happy. If I could do that, I'd be the happiest thing in the world. Because think about it. Even if I wanted to, what could I do if not, well, give my whole heart, make myself a little bit more approachable, maybe a little bit more happy for you. I know you can't make yourself be happy, but the difference is I choose to focus on the happy things. And I know how much you try to focus on the good, but sometimes it falls through, and that's okay. Plans fall through, even friendships sometimes, but that's just another place in your heart that you can spend with someone who wants to be there. And you don't have to give up on them either. You know, there's a lot of friendships that I've had that mend themselves. You think they're gone. You think you've lost someone forever, but it doesn't usually work that way. People don't really disappear despite what people would have you think. Whether that's a friendship, someone passing, there's a lot of different ways that people can say goodbye, but it's usually not really goodbye. They don't cease to be a part of you. They live on in your heart, whether or not they've betrayed you, made something worse, or any of that, you know. You can take something as a half empty or half full. Which one's the cup? You just have to decide for yourself, honey. But you don't have to do it alone, and you got someone real positive right here, so I don't think you'll make the wrong choice, trust me. Well, I can't make the choice for you, of course, but I can definitely make things a little better. Maybe make things a little more fun. And definitely a lot more exciting. That's something I like a lot. Making life exciting, because when it's exciting, it's a lot less scary. There's a lot less things to make you feel afraid. Afraid to breathe, afraid to be yourself, afraid to face the judgment of others for something that you believe in, but frankly, others don't. maybe there's some people in your life that you care about greatly that don't understand you, your beliefs, or who you want to be. And I know that's tough on you, honey. Don't you think for a second that I don't understand, even if I can't experience the same feeling every single day in the same way. I may not understand everything you go through, and that's okay. Because you're not going to have to deal with this alone, kitty cat. I hope you know that there's a lot of things that go wrong, but there's just as many things that go right. In fact, I'd say there's more that go right. The more you put your heart in the right place and you try your damn best, the less things can go and blow up in your face, you know? Don't you worry, because I'll never let things go too south. When you think it's your darkest day, you always can come here for a big hug from me. And I'll kiss your forehead, hold you, and tell you it's gonna be just fine. Because I know that for a fact, believe it or not. I may not know a lot of things, but I know enough things to be able to say what's in my heart and say what's true. And the reason why I know it's gonna be okay, because we'll make a way. Even when it seems like there's no path forward, we'll make a way together. And maybe it seems like I don't understand, or maybe it seems like I'm too hopeful, you know? Sometimes I get accused of being hopelessly hopeful, and that's something I can't deny. When it comes down to it, there's nothing I love more than you, more than that present that we live in and that future that's like a gift. I can tell it's gonna happen soon, and I'm excited for it. Quite literally all I want in this world, more than anything else, is to give you something happy, something special, something beyond special that you can enjoy, that you can always rely on. Honey, I want you to be happy, and the only way I can see that happening is if you accept that for all the bad in the world, there's still some good in it. I know it's easy to hate the world and consider it a lost cause, but I don't believe anything's a lost cause. Sure, maybe it's difficult. Maybe some things easier than others. But I believe if you don't give up, honey, you don't ever have to say goodbye. And you don't ever have to tell yourself you can't do something, because I know you can. Now, maybe that's presumptuous of me to say. Maybe I have no right to say it. But even still, I'm gonna. Because, honey, there isn't a damn thing in this world that could stop us. And that means you by yourself, too. But us especially. I mean, come on, with your creativity, the fun we have, there's nothing in the world that could take that away from us. And more importantly, there's nothing in the world that can stop us from being happy. Happiness is all about that perception, and I think a lot of people get so focused on, I'll be happy someday, but I'm gonna work hard today. Now, it's no shame in working hard, but don't forget to take some time out of every single day to enjoy it, because the future you might never exist if the present you doesn't have some fun and happy times. Think about it. If you waste all of your time spending it in a negative environment, in a terrible situation, all that's going to happen is you're going to stress yourself out. You're going to make yourself sad, and it's not going to seem like a very happy life, you know? There's going to be a million things that you have to see gloom and doom in. But at the end of the day, there's also those silver linings, and even in the worst day, I'm sure you can pick out something that's pretty fun. Something that's not bad. You know, there's lots of things that don't necessarily add up in life. Lots of things you might find to be terrible in the moment. Something you might later understand to be more than what it seemed. Maybe it was something you misunderstood. Or maybe it was something where you got lost in the emotions of the present, that you lost a little piece of yourself in it. Maybe you didn't know what to do. And that's okay, honey. Because no matter how much you struggle, no matter what you do, you're not going to be alone in it. Now, I know that there are so many different things that bother you. And it's okay. But don't you try and give up on me. Because you know I'll never give up on you, honey. Doesn't matter how dark the day gets. You're my silver lining every day. I hope you know that. And maybe these are just my heartfelt words, but I feel a resonance when I talk to you. I feel the connection that I don't get with anyone else. And that by itself is worth more than gold to me. That means everything to both who I am and what I stand for. And I know what you stand for, and I love it. And I love you, honey. Don't you forget it. And I'll hold you closer than anyone else. And I'll always be there for you. Even when you don't think that you got a chance in this world. You do. And I'll prove it to you firsthand. And I'll make a path if there isn't one already. You don't have to worry because you're not going to go into this alone, and you never will be. Because for all I've got, one of the most important things that's always been in my heart, loyalty and that tie of fate we call love. I couldn't speak it better myself. In fact, that you always give it back to me. You know how to give it twofold too sometimes, which always shocks me to my core. That someone like you exists, I'm very thankful. Oh, come on now. You're way too modest about yourself. You know that, don't you? That modesty, well, it's good in some ways. It's definitely not in others. You gotta admit when you're doing something good. Because honestly, honey, everything's gonna be fine. And you gotta accept the fact that you're a wonderful person. Nope, no buts. No buts. I know you thought about it, even if you didn't say it. You can never, ever, ever accept the fact that you're less than perfect. Honestly, if you do, accept that you're perfectly imperfect, at least. Because to me, even if you could be different, even if you could be better, would I prefer that? Hell no. I'm afraid that's not what I want, because what I want is you, baby. What I want is you. All the way.